disconnected.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Woodzman Adventures. Today on the Africa Twin, I'm going to be installing a set of ROX Speed bar risers. These are the 2-inch bar risers. They're made to fit the 1 1/8 inch bars from ROX Speed. I also got, let me take this one out. I also got these in the gunmetal gray, so it will pretty much match the clamps on the bar clamps that's already on here. And pretty simple install. To do the 2-inch, we have to release some of the wiring and cables so I gain a little slack to raise the bars up enough to put them on. But I wanted to put these on because for me, especially with the aftermarket seat, I feel like I'm sitting back a little further. I noticed it anyway with the stock seat, but with this one, to sit comfortable, I'm back further, so my arms, as you can see, are pretty stretched out. I wanted a little more give and have them a little tilt them a little bit closer. With these, you can not only raise 2 inches, but you can also tilt them back, which will scoot your bars back towards you a little bit. So, and when I'm in the standing position, and I do a lot of standing on the back roads, riding on the back roads and the dirt roads, but when I'm in the standing position, my arms are stretched quite a bit, so I'd like to gain a little bit, get my arms up here where it's a little more comfortable. So I think that'll be nice to get that gained. The ROX are pretty much the best on the market. That's why I decided to go with them, not go with some China-made stuff. But these are made in the USA, and extremely good bar risers. You ain't got to worry about problems with these. They bolt on real simple. We'll just adjust the cables and get started on putting them on. Show you how to do it. All right, one of the first things we want to do is release the clamp for the wires here that go to the starter switch and the button over here, the kill switch. And then we're going to take this brake line out of this carrier for right now and see how much slack we can get out of it. And then over here we're going to push the button here, release the wires on this side out of this wire clamp so we can gain some slack here too. These cables should be long enough to reach. I'm believing they will be. Okay, I got that one popped out of its socket there. Pull this brake hose out of here if I can get to it, like so we can gain some length on the brake line. We'll set it back right there for now, so we may be able to put some of this cable ties, we'll put them back after we get it adjusted where we need it and see if we can put the stuff back in position. Don't know yet. Okay, now we need to, I use this little pick, but you can use a little flathead screwdriver or whatever. Remove these 4 little caps out of here. Okay, next thing, we're going to loosen these right here. These are 6mm Allen, just like the ROX risers has a 6mm Allen also. So these were extremely tight. I went ahead and loosened them, but take these loose, all 4 of them. Let the bars just twist and settle down there. Let them lay there lightly while we take all 4 of these out. Okay, we got to take the bolts out of the risers. Just don't get them mixed up. We'll put the same bolts back in the risers and same bolts back in these clamps here that came there. Okay, well, now we'll take the handlebars and set them right up here, just out of the way. Set them down lightly so you don't scratch anything up. I'm going to take these and using the factory clamps, put these back where they came off of. Go ahead and start them down. Get them down most of the way so they'll be out of the way. like so. Same thing on this side. Alright, now I'm hoping moving mine back about so far is going to set them about where I want them. You have to put the bars back in there so they'll be lined up before you tighten them. Make sure they're lined up straight with the bars, you'll know. And tighten them into position. So we'll set the bars in there and the bars will line them up. And we can see the old marks on the bars where the old clamps was, the factory clamps. So we just want to line them up so they're centered like they was before. And then we can go ahead and snug these down up here. Also want to make sure that they're not hitting anything in the position that you're in. Snug them down a little bit so they don't move on me. And I want to roll the bars both ways. It's nothing that they can really hit, so it should be good there. So now I can go ahead and tighten them into that position. Now if you're using them in the straight up position, you'll need a short Allen wrench with a 90 on it to reach in there to tighten those. But because I'm laying them back a little bit, I can go right through the center of this to tighten them down. Now I can set my bars back in here. And then I'll use the ROX clamps back on these. Set them where they're lined up. I'm looking at the old lines. You can see where the old bars is clamped. Make sure I'm in line. Now, I don't want to tighten these up till I sit on the bike. Make sure I got them in the position I want them. Okay, right there is about where I want them. It's about the factory tilt on the bars, like factory. I want to keep it about the same because I like the feel. I don't like my bars tilted to where they're up and angled up in the air. I like them pretty much level. Then we'll tighten these down. Tighten them evenly. Like so. Now all I gotta do to finish up, they feel real good right there. So all I gotta do now is torque these to the factory specs. I'll look in my book and make sure what the factory torque specs is on this, torque them back. Put my little caps back in these, and I think they'll be good. Alright guys, I got them torqued down. They're solid now. And a huge difference in the position. I like my elbows have a little bend to them, and I don't have to stretch as far when turning like this, so that's going to be a lot more comfort. Standing up, you can see my arms are not near as straight as they was now. Got a little angle to them, so a whole lot more comfort gaining that 2 inches. So I've gained a little bit back, not maybe an inch back, and not quite. When you go back, it lowers it, of course, so not quite 2 inches up, but that just feels wonderful. I'll have to take it out for a ride. You know, ride it quite a bit and see how I like it. I may adjust it back or forth. Either way I like it, but I also stuck my cables back in the ties, and really there's plenty of slack. I moved the grommet on the brake hose, the bracket that the grommet fits in, I bent it back closer to the triple clamps, and then I put the grommet back in the bracket, and there's no problem with tightness. This way here, the clutch cable gets a little snug, but it's not tight. But it gets a little snug. This way here, everything's great. So yeah, I think it's going to be perfect. Perfect lock to lock. Nothing's too tight and stretching it. So that's the ROX risers. ROX Speed FX. I'll put the link below so you can check them out. And you can get these from CRF1000L. They have them in stock. And the gunmetal gray is the one that pretty much matches the Africa Twin. You can also get them in black or silver or whatever. Just the regular aluminum. They're all anodized. But I just got the gray to kind of match the clamps that's already on there. So I think it's going to make a huge difference in riding with my arms back here. More comfort, not so stretched out. And standing position, it's going to be a whole lot better. So thank you all for watching. Check it out. Below you can get them CRF1000L. I'll put the link to them and ROX Speed FX below and get you a set. So thank you all for watching Woodzman Adventures. Click the thumbs up on the video. Got lots more stuff coming, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.